Now we'll take into account the formation of seed and fruit. You know that the seed is formed from the ovule while the fruit is formed from the ovary. This is the very basic understanding that you have till now from your studies in earlier classes. What we have to see, that ovule gives rise to seeds, and when these seeds are being formed, there is a stimulation for ovary to form fruits. Now, tracing the development of fertilization or tracing the development of the seed from the fertilization point of view, as a result of fertilization, what we had inside ovule was that there took place the double fertilization, which resulted in endosperm formation that gave nutrition to the zygote, which later formed the embryo. Now, all this is taking place inside the ovule. This embryonic development or the development of the embryo is seized or stopped by growth inhibitors coming into the scenario. Okay, there are certain growth inhibitors. We study them in the plant growth regulators, and if you can recall, those are auxins and ethylene. Abscisic acid. The growth inhibitors come into the scenario. Development of embryo is seized or it is put to a standstill, and what happens in return is that this ovule's integuments. Now recall the structure of ovule again. Ovule has outer layers known as integuments. Okay. Now see the entire course of events. When the embryo has developed to a certain stage, after consuming this endosperm, the growth inhibitors come and stop the growth of embryo. When this growth stops, the integuments of the ovule, they get dehydrated. How? The cells of the integument, they lose water and they become tough seed coat that surrounds the embryo, which has now become a seed. Okay, when the growth inhibitors come and stop the growth of embryo, it becomes the seed. When the integuments of the ovule, they lose their water and form the seed coat known as testa, the outer hard layer, and tegmen, the inner one. So testa and tegmen, they surround the seed which houses the embryo. Okay. The seed could have cotyledons, again for the storage of food for the developing embryo. As soon as these growth inhibitors would be gone, the seed would leave its stage of dormancy and begin the growth again. This is a process that we study in other topics, under other topics, but for now you have to see that how fertilization, the changes after fertilization are responsible for the formation of seed coat. Now this seed coat, of course, is present on the seed. So we have covered how a seed is being formed from an overview understanding. Now this seed is being formed inside the fruit. We are not considering here parthenocarpic fruits. We have a topic known as parthenocarpy that we study in coming lessons. But for now, the formation of fruit has two stimulants. The first stimulant is pollination. Pardon me for the usage of word stimulant, it is stimulus. The pollination acts as a stimulus for the formation of ovary, where the ovarian walls would start accumulating sugary substances in them. Okay, or not just the ovarian wall, the walls of the ovary I am talking about. Apart from ovarian walls, the thalamus could also be involved, as in the case of apples and strawberries. And the second stimulus is when the seed formation begins. Okay. So the first stimulus being pollination. As soon as the pollinator comes and pollinates the ovules inside the ovary, that is the first stimulus that would make the ovary begin accumulate foodstuffs inside it in order to form the fruit. Later on, when the seeds are being formed inside the ovary within the ovules, then also the ovary is stimulated to form the fruit, and we have resultant fruits. This has been proved by an experiment where the carpels are removed, and it is observed that in case of strawberry, strawberry is a fruit which is not formed from ovary. It is a complex fruit. So that fruit is not formed if the carpels are removed. That means the seed formation or pollination or the fertilization event has a stimulus for the formation of fruit. So these seeds and fruits are interlinked, their development is interlinked. And what is the significance of this formation of seed and fruit? First thing is that seeds undergo dormancy, which enables the seed of a particular plant to withstand the unfavorable conditions for a long duration of time. There are certain examples in certain books, they are quoted that there are seeds of certain plants which have survived as much as 2000 years of dormancy and then later on came into existence, and as it has been compared to phoenix that rises out of its ashes. There is a plant known as Phoenix dactylifera, whose seeds are as much as 2000 years whose seeds have as much as 2000 years of dormancy period, and they can again give rise to a new plant. So you see, by becoming dormant, okay, by ceasing their developmental activities under the influence of some growth inhibitor, the seed becomes dormant, and by becoming dormant it can withstand a long duration of unfavorable periods, okay, not just long duration, it can withstand very saline conditions, it can withstand very cold temperature conditions, and then whenever the conditions would go favorable, a new plant can come forward. So you see that this seed has a great role to play in adaptability of a plant, in its survival quotient in the nature. So that is one thing. And the fruits, they are very important for dispersal of seeds from one place to another. So these are the two significance that each one holds, that seeds undergo dormancy and withstand unfavorable conditions. Fruits help in dispersal. You know, fruit is an edible item. Plants grow fruit, and animals or insects or birds, they would come and feed on those fruits. Seeds cannot be digested within the body, okay, the seeds are given out as such in the excreta, and in a way the animal, due to its locomotory behavior, the locomotion that it carries out, it can help in dispersal of the seeds, and whenever there is dispersal of seeds, again the area in which the plant has its zone of growth increases, and these two mechanisms ensure the survival of the plant in various conditions, and they are very important from ecological point of view, so that the plant enables development of its own niche and it survives well in the biosphere. So this is how seed and fruit is formed, and once it has been formed, what significance it has for the plant, we have discussed that.